How's it going, guys? And welcome back to Retrospect, your go-to retro gaming podcast. You're listening to episode 57. Today, we'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct and PlayStation State of Play that just happened. Brandon and I are literally recording this the same day that all these things happen. So, as always on the mics, I have Mr. Sleepy Tasty himself, Brandon Salsful-Macchio. What's up, dude?
Doing good, man. Today has been a busy day. The team have been on top of news. I've been writing reviews. We had our another baby scan because we couldn't get a good sight at the kid's heart, so we had to go back in. But he's doing all good. He's got 2 kidneys. He's got a heart.
He's got 2 kidneys.
In a head. We're good to go.
He's got the things he needs.
Yeah.
That scan is always stressful. I remember the first one they couldn't find the heartbeat, and so we had to come back again the second time to see if there actually was a heartbeat. So yeah, congrats. That's exciting times.
Thanks,
the person is in there. The little person is being made. So things are moving along.
He's got a pretty big nose, a bit like me as well. And the lady was like, and a little winky. And I was like, it must be mine.
How dare you? How dare you say that? Oh man. Well, Henry, I don't know if I told you this. We're potty training at our house right now, and so it's just absolute chaos. We're doing the no pants situation, and so that apparently is a much better way to do it because they don't default to their settings of wearing a diaper, and they're like, oh, I got to pee, so I guess I got to use the bathroom.
Right.
And he's done really well. But yeah, there's been some funny moments. We have a 90% success rate, I'd say, either 10%.
The number one's not too bad, but when you get that 10% failure on the number 2,
yeah. 10% failure on the number 2. That's nice. Yeah. Some good number metrics there. Thankfully there weren't too many number 2 failures. But they
hold it in though, don't they? They hold in the number 2 for days, and then it just clogs.
Especially when you pump them full of pizza and breadsticks and stuff. It's just not a good situation. Anyways, we're not talking about babies and pooping and potty training, guys. We're talking about the Nintendo Direct and PlayStation State of Play. So Brandon and I literally just finished watching the State of Play, and we're recording this at a different time. So you'll notice I sound a little more energetic and less groggy because it's only 5 p.m. my time, and it's almost 11 o'clock where Brandon lives. So we're changing the schedule up a little bit, but we figured we'd cover this, and maybe it'll be an early release. Who even knows? Maybe we'll put this up a little bit early so we can be on top of the news a little bit quicker, So I think what we should do, Brandon, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I've kind of picked some announcements that I think are worth talking about from both of these, showcases we had today.
Yep.
And we'll start with Nintendo since that was the first one, and we'll just move on to PlayStation, and at the very end, we'll just talk about anything that was kind of missing or biggest letdowns.
Alrighty.
So for Nintendo Direct, just top level thoughts. From what we saw announced today, I know you didn't get a chance to watch everything, but of the announcements, how would you rate this Direct? How do you feel about this one that they?
I feel like the last Nintendo Direct, they nailed it, and this one was pretty good as well. Everyone had something that tickled their fancy, from those that love latest Super Mario games to a sprinkle of retro game and remasters and stuff. So, in my personal opinion, I thought it was pretty good. We've had worse.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Me personally, I think there were some surprises still. I was like, oh, cool. That's a game I definitely want to check out. We got some answers to other games that we had questions about from the previous Direct. Overall, I think it was still a very solid showing. I do think that there was somewhat of a noticeable lack of titles that we still have been wanting news on, but we'll talk about that at the very end. So of the titles that I think most interested me, I would say my number 1 would be the Peach game. So that was called Princess Peach Showtime, and this comes out March 22nd, 2024. And I thought this looked pretty cool. So we saw this in the previous Direct, and it was just she's on stage, but the whole gimmick. Yeah, the whole gimmick is she can transform into different versions with these costumes. So we had Sword Fighter Peach, Detective Peach, Patissier Peach, and Kung Fu Peach. These are the ones that we got shown today, and it looked kind of fun. And you have different gameplay, based on, what outfit she's wearing, I guess. So if as a detective, obviously you're detecting things, and as Kung Fu Peach, you're beating up people. So yeah, I don't know. What were your thoughts on this one?
I think since the movie, like Peach has had a real,
A
she's had her
renaissance.
time in the spotlight, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of young girls and a lot of young boys kind of look up to her because she had quite a heroic part in the movie. So it's a no brainer for them to come out with a dedicated game. I think,
Hmm.
and I think it's going to do well.
Yeah, she was like the sensei in that movie, and here you're getting to actually play as her. I don't know if there's like been, I guess we've had maybe some. I don't. I'm blanking on games where you've gotten to play specifically as Princess Peach. I'm sure there's.
I think there's a couple, but you're more like switching characters, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Super Mario Advance, I think, was one that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So out of this direct was what was like a one that stood out to you, or like any of the games are like, oh, that's pretty cool. Check that out.
I like it when these companies and developers just come out and say, "Hey, the game's available right now! Surprise!"
Oh, everyone loves that.
So F-Zero 99, I actually downloaded that and it was
Oh,
ready to
sick.
go straight after the direct, and it is chaotic, man. So they ease you into it. They're like, you need 25 players first. Play with 25 players, then play with 50, and then they just chuck you in the deep end with 99. And it's crazy. It's pretty much a battle royale. The more damage you take, and then you explode and you're out. I like it. It's a lot of fun. It's not free because it's on Nintendo Switch Online, so you have to pay a couple quid a month for it or whatever it is. But it's just a nice
$20 a year.
jump in, nostalgic game that's taken F-Zero to a different place. Especially with the fact that you can play with 98 other people. Like, what the hell? But it is chaotic. Like the maps need a little bit of work. It's just bumping and grinding.
I was just gonna say, does it feel like there's any kind of strategy in this game? Because it looked like you basically just got lucky. Like you somehow rode the top line, you got in front of people where there wasn't a huge group, and you don't blow up, and then you can actually maybe get in first. Like that seems to be like there's like almost no strategy. Just get lucky and hopefully not die.
Yeah, I think the only tactic is don't be in the middle where everyone else is. You either want to be like at the front or drifting back and just saving all your boosts and then being like, bye-bye.
Just blasting through people. How about the old bait and switch here, though? Because there's been rumors of an F-Zero game for a long time now, and when they showed that, I was like, oh hell yeah, here we go. Here comes the F-Zero game. No F-Zero game. Just that F-Zero 99. Like, I don't love the racing with the D-pad. I don't know if you've like played Mario Kart or other. I mean, you've played this, so you know what it feels like. But like, just turning with the D-pad, just
disgusting.
It doesn't feel that good. It doesn't feel that good. Nope. I am going to check it out, though. I would hope to hopefully play it sometime today. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Do it.
Another thing that I thought was kind of cool was the Nintendo Museum. We didn't really get much on this.
I missed this one, so you're going to have to fill me in.
It was super brief, but it was just like a super high up zoom in on a question block on top of a warehouse looking building.
Oh, I've seen that tweet. Yep.
And then it like popped out, and it was like, coming 2024, the Nintendo Museum, and basically it's just going to hold a whole bunch of historical Nintendo products and all kinds of other stuff. And
it's like a store, like a physical store.
Yeah, it's a physical brick and mortar like location in Japan that's going to house a whole bunch of Nintendo history stuff.
Dude, didn't we have this conversation in the last episode where I was like, I need to make a museum in a coffee shop? Nintendo heard me. They pulled it around in like 2 days.
They're stealing your ideas, bro.
That's great, man. That's another excuse for us to go to Japan one day.
I know. Yeah, let's make that a podcast episode. Brandon and Jake go to Japan.
And now they're skint.
Yeah. Now we have no money. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Other noticeable announcements. Let me see here. Oh, the big one at the very end. I don't know if you're a fan of this game or not, but Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door.
Yeah, that doesn't tickle my fancy, not gonna lie to you, Jake.
Oh my gosh, Brandon, I love the Paper Mario games. They're some of my favorite. And so seeing this announced was kind of a shock to me because we're already getting Super Mario RPG, which is a remake of the SNES RPG. And now we're getting this one, and we already have the N64, the first one on NSO. So all of the traditional RPG Mario games are pretty much available now.
Isn't it crazy how much they're juicing Super Mario? Like just it's everywhere
We
from
got a
like
lot of Mario
games
stuff.
to just oh man, can't get rid of it. Can't get rid of him.
I mean, really, if you look at the announcements in here, we had Mario versus Donkey Kong. That's another surprise release. We saw this
cool.
last week. They kind of talked about it on Twitter, I think. They announced it, like just stealth announced it. But yeah, it's a GBA remake. They're bringing it over. It looks fun. We had Super Mario RPG. We had the Princess Peach game. We had Luigi's Mansion 2. We had WarioWare Move It. I mean, these are all in the Mario, universe, I guess.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 DLC, the final pack comes out, and Paper Mario.
I'm so glad to see the end of that. They've been juicing that bad boy as well for what, like 8 years or something. Like, fuck off,
dude. I just don't care.
Nobody does.
I wish that I could care, but like when they were like, I was like, that looks great. That looks really cool. I wish this was a newer game. Like, I don't want to keep playing this game.
You imagine like the meetings they're having. They're like, right, guys. So I've got a great idea. Another DLC for Mario Kart. Everyone's like, no, god damn, just kill it. Just put it in the bin.
Well, they committed to it. Like they did the same thing with the Super Smash Bros. DLC. They're like, we're going to announce 6 waves of DLC. And so, they have to do the 6 waves. Or else if they fall back on that, I'm sure the blowback would be even worse. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, come on, dude. And speaking of Smash Bros, we got the Sora amiibo, the final amiibo to complete the Smash Bros roster. So that was kind of cool.
Are you an amiibo fan?
Not really. I have a few. I don't know. I just don't. They take up too much space.
Quite expensive as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're kind of pricey. I have a few favorites. I have like the Mega Man one. I think that one's pretty cool. I have some special edition ones that are like still in the case. So maybe
that's what tickles my fancy. The collector side, keeping them sealed. Yeah.
I have that Mario like 25th anniversary one or whatever that one is where he's like golden and he's like on the pipe. That one's kind of cool.
Oh, talking about collecting, I think it's like Walmart or Target are bringing out like a packet of trading cards for the Super Mario Wonder thing, and you can get like a 1 in 1,000 Elephant Mario. That intrigued me. It's just a packet of cards in there, but
I'm assuming you've covered this on Card Gamer.
We covered it on Dodo, I think. I had to make the decision, like, where do we cover it?
Where does this... Oh, no. Sorry for the listeners. I just hit my mic. Yeah, where does this live? I don't know.
Yeah. But
interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think in terms of announcements, is there anything else that stuck out to you? I think we kind of...
Tomb Raider. I did like the Tomb Raider remaster. That's quite nice. I feel like she hasn't had a lot of love recently. I think that they had the movies, and then the second movie wasn't... Was it the second movie? One of them just wasn't very good at all, but
not very good at all.
No, but the first 3 games are awesome. I think that's going to be a really cool collection for Tomb Raider fans to enjoy.
Yeah, and they're doing the cool thing too, where you can toggle, back and forth between the polygonal graphics and like the updated remastered look. So I was like, okay.
I think did Halo start that? I think Halo started there or something.
I feel like there may have been a few other games that did it before Halo, but Halo was the most prominent one where everyone's like, this is sick. Like, this is really well done. Because it was instantaneous on Halo. Other ones, you may have had to like go in the settings to turn it back on. Yeah. But yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I think a pretty good direct. Oh, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD Dark Moon. I don't know if that's like the Dark Moon sequel from the DS or not, but I love Luigi's Mansion. It's coming out summer 2024, which I feel like is not the right time for a Luigi's Mansion game. But you know what? Whatever, dude. Whatever. Maybe they'll postpone it until the spooky times in October. We'll see.
Yeah. What did you think was a bit of a letdown? What were you expecting or hoping for?
Dude, I don't know how we haven't heard more news about Metroid Prime 4. Yeah. I messaged this in the Teams chat, but I'm like, great direct overall, but how have we not heard about this yet? Like, what is happening?
They just seem to be giving all the spotlight to Mario, it feels like, and Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, he's a big deal, and he's probably going to be more recognizable at this time because of the movie and stuff. So,
just fed up with this shit right now.
God,
like give me the RPG and just leave me alone.
Listen, man, we know you're a Sonic fan. Okay, you don't have to be like this on the podcast. Okay.
God.
How about you? Is there anything that you were like hoping for?
I was hoping for a little bit of like Switch 2, even if it was just like a logo, like Just something like, be like, hey,
That'd have been nice.
It's coming. Because all of the teasing and like, was it Gamescom or wherever it was recently about they had a Switch 2 there? Like, come on,
Yeah,
someone
behind
should
closed
have taken a
doors.
picture of it. Like, how the hell did that not get leaked?
Dude, I mean, Nintendo, if they're going to prevent you from talking about it or, taking pictures, they're going to do it, okay? they're not going to let you get out of there alive.
No.
Somebody might have tried, and they're dead now. They're not alive. They are not alive. Yeah, me too, man. I was hoping for some hardware stuff. I didn't fully expect it, but I was like, that would be so sick if they like just gave us a little glimpse of like something to look forward to. Even like hey, we're going to be showing you details about the next lineup of Nintendo hardware spring 24.
Well, I've actually got the Nintendo Switch 2 right here.
Oh my gosh, what is this thing?
While we're on the subject of Nintendo Switch, by the time this goes out, the embargo's lifted, hopefully, which is Monday. So we can post this Monday
okay.
or beyond. This is it's called the Nitro deck. It's by a company called Cracked, and it's just a really cool Switch grip. But they've kind of taken like a bunch of aesthetics from the GameCube. But it's just really nice. It's thick. It's a big boy. They got like a kickstand. I hate this kickstand. It's a pile of crap because it doesn't close.
Oh
but
no! How does it feel in the hands?
Good. But I want to show you like how it kind of locks in place. It reminds me of like a Game Boy cartridge. I'm going to give you your weekly ASMR. We're here. Listen to this. Ready?
Oh!
I'm going to give it to you one more time.
Oh my goodness!
It might send me to sleep.
Oh, that is nice.
Sounds like a little shotgun. Like the old like Time Crisis guns, or like.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
You're clicking and locking something in there. Like that thing is, it's in there. Is there like a button you have to push to get it out of there?
Yeah, this one here for all those viewing. You have to push this in and then slide up the screen.
That's
nice. It kind of it looks, and then you just one more time for y'all.
Oh no, here we go.
Lock and load.
That is nice. You would say build quality is good, grip is good.
Yeah, I gave it what did I give it in the review? I think a 9 out of 10, because there are some bits like you've got a really nice shoulder button here, but the top one, it's almost loose. Like a little loosey goosey, and the kickstand is terrible. And because I'm a little nerd, they've got like the GameCube circles on the thumbstick, but this should be on the gray one. All the little circles should be on the gray one, but they've switched it. And guys, Cracked, if you came to me first.
So hold on. No way. So the C stick does not have the C on it. It's on the gray side?
So the gray side has one circle. It's just like a little plane. These things come off. These are quite cool. You can actually remove those. And
okay, so maybe you can swap them out.
Oh, you can see that, right?
Maybe they just gave you a random set of joysticks.
Nah, I think it's on all of them. And then the yellow one has all of the circles.
All the rings.
Yeah, which is actually on the gray.
Oh no.
But
send it back, dude. That's a 5 out of 10 right there.
5 out of 10. Get out of here.
Well, that's cool, man. How much does it retail for?
Pretty reasonable. $59 is the standard edition. But if you want the nostalgic edition, which is like the GameCube, the Mint, and they do a SNES variant, I think it's like $89. So it does vary in price range.
I want that SNES variant. I love that color. I love the GameCube too, but the SNES is a little more sleek, a little more classy looking than the GameCube controller.
Minimal.
Yeah, that thing looks like a Fisher Price toy. If you take that on the train or the plane, they're like, "What's this ding dong plane over here, dude?"
What this? The GameCube color?
Yeah, it looks like a Fisher Price toy, dude.
Yeah, it really does. Now
got all these greens and reds and yellows and purples. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah,
you're
a grown man. Grow up.
I'm a big boy. I'm gonna play big boy games on the train.
Says the one that just like Paper Mario, man. Like, look at it.
Hey, you shut your mouth. Hey, you shut your mouth, Brandon. I will end this call. Yeah. I will end this recording. I will turn this plane around. All right, well, let's jump over to the PlayStation State of Play, shall we? And there's not much to talk about here because honestly, this thing was kind of doo-doo.
So I thought they were going to reveal some new stuff until I read the description where it was basically like more information about already announced games. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god, boring.
I mean, I'm kind of glad they just coupled it in with a Nintendo Direct, but I do wish there was something a little more substantial.
Yeah.
Like this is all stuff we knew about, or we'd already seen before. They just kind of had some updates. The one thing that stood out to me, I don't know, the red and blue and silver colors for the PS5. I was like, all right, that's cool, I guess, if you like those colors. I feel like that's the PS5 is already a very awkward looking system. If you make that thing like bright blue or bright red, it's going to just really stick out in your living room. Like it's going to look like trash. So
I'm surprised they didn't do anything with the faceplates. What I really like about Microsoft is that they actually take time and effort into their limited edition stuff and their controllers, but Sony just don't want to. And I actually picked up a D brand, the D brand.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks great.
Plates. Yeah. And they're doing what Sony should, I would spend a decent amount on limited edition plates and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, the recent Starfield plates that wrap around the Xbox Series X looks so good. I'm like, I mean, I know that the Xbox Series X is more easy to design plates for. It's literally just a rectangle,
an A4 piece of paper.
Yeah, it's like, but just do something, PlayStation. Help us out here.
Yeah,
they're like trying to sell the LeBron James limited edition PS5, and I'm like, I don't want this. I don't want this thing. Okay, this thing isn't that cool. No. So step it up. I don't know, the Marvel Spider-Man stuff. Did that do anything for you?
I do like Spider-Man. I have played on it. It is good, but it's just another game that they seem to be milking, and it's just the same old stuff. In my opinion. The VR2 stuff looked quite interesting, though. I don't know whether to pull the trigger on that because I'm already addicted to screens as it is, let alone
don't do it, man.
Going into that VR and as I'm about to have a child. See you later, buddy.
I hear you crying back there, but I don't think you understand. I'm in VR right now. I am Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm busting ghosts.
I did think that looked kind of cool. I mean, as someone who appreciates Ghostbusters, I'm not a huge Ghostbusters fan, but I love the movies. I think they're very nostalgic, very campy, and I think that could be kind of fun. That could be a fun time. So I don't know. I'm not sold on the VR2 yet. That's where I am, at least. Yeah,
the Horizon Zero Dawn VR looked interesting, but they just don't feel like complete games, do they? They almost feel like just snippets of what little could be
test demos. Almost, that's what it feels like to me. What'd you think of this Baby Steps? The opening, the game they opened up with.
I mean, it grabbed my attention for sure. It was like two drunk guys, wasn't it? Literally taking steps and trying not to trip over and break their neck. But there's a lot of swearing as well, I noticed. Just straight off the bat in the state of play. Damn.
Yeah. A little bit of swearing. Just it looked kind of funny. It looked just like an awkward. Did you ever play this game called QWOP? I think is what it was called, or
no,
something like that. You basically use the WASD keys to try and make this guy run really fast on a track, and it looked really, really funny and stupid because you were using your keys to move his legs, and it just didn't work very well. So if you could get really good at it, you could actually make him go pretty fast. But most people, it just looked kind of funny, and then that was the whole game. So I feel like we're already getting, that's kind of what this game is going to try and do, but who knows? We got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I don't know if we had a due date or an announcement date for that yet, or a launch date. I can't think. February 29th, 2024. Cool. Great.
Fair.
Big, handsome, smoochy dudes in there. Lots of flashy animations. Cloud was on a Segway at one point. I saw that. It's kind of cool. And these cutscenes are nuts, man. I saw some cutscenes. I was like, that looks pretty cool. Looks real over the top.
Yeah. I like the look of Avatar. That's a game I might snag. Only because I'm a big fan of the movies. I just want to see how kind of being able to ride a banshee in my living room.
I do feel like the graphics looked really good in that game. When I was watching, I was like, this actually looks nice. Whoever is developing this game, it looks pretty well made. In terms of fauna, creature design, just the textures of the giant dragon lizard thingies that they fly on. They zoomed in on those. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So
I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. But overall, how would you rate that Direct or that PlayStation State of Play?
Absolutely bollocks. 2 out of 10. Just wasted my time. I was up all day waiting for that. and then just nothing. Like not even like a little fucking is it Dex? Gex. Jesus Christ, it is that late
Gex.
at night. Even like not even a Gex teaser.
Not even a Croc
Anything.
Legend of the Gobos
Oh, don't
teaser.
man. I'll dream about that tonight. And a little teaser of Croc 3. I would have cried. I would have cried.
That would have made your year, huh?
Mm.
That would have been more exciting than the birth of a child.
Yeah, absolutely.
Croc.
I would have got a tattoo on my back of Croc.
A tatty on my back.
Just above the butt. What they call it? Little tramp stamp.
Please don't.
So you have to like pull it down to get a closer look. Just his eyes peering over.
Just peeking over the top, the back of your shorts.
Yeah, a little gobo sticking out.
Please stop it.
Oh God, you're picturing that right now.
I'm a very visual person.
Oh God, that's a hairy gobo.
You absolute monster.
Oh,
how dare you do this to me? Yeah, I would say not. How does bollocks compare to rubbish?
You got rubbish, which is like probably like a 5 out of 10, and then bollocks is closer to 3 out of 10.
2 to 3 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what bollocks are?
No.
Do you not?
No, I don't know. I know the term. I don't know what bollocks is though.
It's just a pair of balls. That's like that is a pair of bollocks on that bull.
So let's
look at
literally
the bollocks on the dog.
In translation to American, that is literally just that state of play was balls.
Yes,
is what you're saying.
That show was testicles.
When you get medical with it, it doesn't translate as easily.
No.
Doesn't translate. Sack.
Oh man, can you tell I'm tired today?
Yeah,
my
Brandon's
jokes
done,
just
dude.
aren't doing it today.
No, that's good. I'm laughing. Brandon, yeah, put a fork in Brandon though. He needs to take a nap pretty soon. So a nap for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, that was it, man. I just wanted to do a fun little recap with you, and I think we covered the most important announcements. So before we close out, Brandon, I got to know, man, what are you playing?
F-Zero. Actually, I bought F-Zero. I didn't buy F-Zero. I downloaded, and I also downloaded and purchased the Pokemon DLC, which I'm jumping into. Our very own Jacob is doing some guides at the moment, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna jump in. But it's just so laggy. The frame rates are low. It's just a terrible experience, and I forgot how
bad
bollocks Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was. Oh man, it's just terrible.
I forgot how bad this looked. What am I doing in here?
And Bob Wolf said it right. He was like, if I saw this performance on a game on an emulator, I would say that it couldn't run it. It's that bad. But and I've got the OLED model. I don't know.
Well, the OLED model I don't think has that much more performance in it. It just the screen looks nicer, so you can see the garbage much more clearly on the OLED screen.
It's great beautiful. Investment.
Yeah, well, yeah, glad I spent money on this. Same for me, man. I don't have anything new I'm playing really. Sea of Stars, still cranking through that, loving it. I hope.
Me too.
I don't want to do too many spoils. But
got to a little boat yet?
Yeah. Got the boat. We're scooting around in the waters now, and the game kind of opened up for me. So now I have the ability to go between islands and check things out. So I just got like a power up. I went to like they gave you like 3 options. They're like, oh, you can go to the Isle of Mists, or you can go over here. And I was like, well, I'm going to get the power up first. So I went there. Nice. I got yeeted back across the islands and got my stuff. So it's good, man. It's a good game. My only complaint so far with it, I don't know if you feel this way, is like the timing. Just as much as I do those attacks, I still never fully like feel confident in the attacks.
Is the crescent one where you're throwing the moon crescent, man? Dude, that makes me so angry. I like throw it and I miss the first one. Like, oof. I'm like, no, I just wasted 7 mana on this. And all of like my characters are looking at me like, you fucking idiot. What have you done? You've killed us all. You couldn't catch that slow boomerang? Jesus Christ.
That is the exact same feeling I have. I'm like, why do they let you waste mana on that attack? Because
it's so much mana as well.
And dude, I mean, I was kind of getting my ass kicked like for a while. There there's some I've died multiple times, but there's like these books that just messed me up this one time. There's like these books in this mansion.
You got messed up by a book.
Yes, and I was like throwing the crescent moonerang thing, and it doesn't. It bounces to every enemy, and based on where they are in relation to your character, like it comes back faster or slower, and so that really is hard to time.
It's so stressful.
It's so hard to time. Like,
and then your partner's trying to talk to you, like, God fucking damn it! I'm trying to throw the moonerang thing. God dang! And I've not got enough fish soup to help my character.
I gotta go back to the campfire. I gotta cook.
Yeah, I got killed by a fucking 4-page book.
I'm out of mushrooms. Where's the nearest merchant?
I've also screwed up the upgrades. Like, I feel like when you level up, you need one that's good at like physical, one that's good at magic, and then you've got your mate Garl, who's just an absolute tank.
Garl. I think in that realm, what I did is I'm just focusing on the mana points because, like you said, it costs like 7 or 8 for like all of these basic like magic attacks that you need to do, and I'm like, bro, I need more freaking mana. So I've just been every time that pops up, I hit it. It doesn't always show up, but like my guys have like 15 to 16 mana now, so I can at least do like
solid
2 attacks before I have to start recharging again. But yeah, man, you described the experience perfectly. That'll be a fun short. That'll be a good one to reshare later. Our review so far of Sea of Stars, great game. God damn it,
goddamn moonerang! Like I'm watching it so closely, like coming. It's almost like my whole body slows down, and then I just press it too early. Like no. God dang!
You pull your staff up and then it just hits you in the face. It's like, just hold your staff up. Just hold it up.
You idiot.
Well, that was good, man. And unfortunately, all that is all the time we have this week. Listeners, what were your thoughts on the State of Play and Nintendo Direct? We'd love to know. Write into Retrospect at retrododo.com or comment on your preferred listening channel, just like Gels did on YouTube. I put a little question out there a few weeks ago. 11 days ago, to be exact, said, what topics would you like us to cover for future episodes? Sound off. And Gels commented and said, best handheld for each major retro system. Been thinking recently that almost all handhelds have ABXY buttons. So was thinking about what is the best to play PS1 and PSP games. So best handheld for each major retro system. That's going to need some research.
That will do. Yeah.
But we can do that. We can do that. So Gels, thank you so much. And then we also on the same poll we had Blackbird right into us. Said favorite game from each retro system. That sounds like a home run of an idea.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We'll do that too. We'll have to kind of like frame them though, because there's a lot of retro systems out there now. Unfortunately,
I'd like to round off this episode by stating that our news editor, Anthony, actually launched his own Game Boy game today as of the 14th of September, called The Mayor of Sanctuary. So if you want a new Game Boy and Game Boy Color game, check that out. He's been working on it for years, and it looks real good.
And if you want to, I think I forget what episode it is. I think it's like 30... We have that episode on the podcast. You can go back and listen to it where we talk to Anthony about making the game, inspirations, all that jazz. It's a great episode. It's one of our more popular episodes, actually. People are interested in making Game Boy games in 2023. So yeah, definitely check that out. Congrats, Anthony. That's really cool. Exciting times. All right. Well, Brandon, where can good folks find you on the internet?
At Retro Dodo. Retro _ Dodo, actually.
Yeah, make sure you make that distinction because somebody else has that.
Some old lady has it. And I contacted her forever, and she's like, I'll never give it to you.
You should try it again, see what happens. Maybe she's had a change of heart.
Maybe.
I'll shoot her an email too. Okay.
An email, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just an email. And a voicemail too. Hey, you don't know me, but my name's Jake, and we need your handle. For me, guys, it's just Biblogist everywhere. And until then, we'll catch you in the next episode.